this is Chad. This is Trophy Trolling. Just doing a real short video today just to get something out there and fresh for your viewing pleasure. Today I'm going to cover my top spoons from last year that we were running for the majority or any time. It's not separated by spring or fall or summer. It's just spoons that consistently produced all year long. There were several spoons. Really, there was one standout spoon that was just an absolute killer last year. So I'm going to start from bottom to top, and we'll end with my number one spoon. But let's, without further ado, let's just get into the list. So the first spoon I'm going to talk about today, and these are all going to be moonshine spoons. Just because that's something I have real quick access to here at Fleet Farm in the Port of Sheboygan area. The first spoon I'm going to talk about today is called the Black Pearl. It is a moonshine spoon. This one is, even though it's called the Black Pearl, it's really mostly pink and pearl. This spoon produced consistently throughout the year. It's one of the spoons that I would always have out on one of the lines while we were running spoons throughout the year, which we did for the majority of the year, as it was really a great spoon year for us. Without further ado, I'm going to just keep moving along. The next one that I ran, and this is my resupply, was the Orange Hulk. This is also a moonshine spoon that I picked up at my local Fleet Farm. Consistently, we caught fish on it all year long. Was a good spoon. Could just be that early in the year I run a lot of oranges when the cohos are around and in force. And this spoon picked up a lot of fish all throughout the year. And it wasn't necessarily just cohos, get rainbows, king salmon on it as well. The next spoon I'm going to talk about is the Agent Orange, which coincidentally is also orange spoon. By no means did we only run orange through the whole year, but this was also one of those spoons that just ended up staying on the line all year long because it was producing fish all throughout the year. Normally, I kind of transition away from the oranges as the season gets later, but if they're catching fish, I'm not going to switch them out. So the last spoon I'm going to talk about is the one that went out earlier in the year, stayed on the whole year, and was just phenomenal for us last year. And that is the Bloody Nose Glow Moonshine Spoon. This thing, for whatever reason, last year, it was hot. Normally, I run that spoon a lot inland when I'm fishing inland lake trout on Green Lake in Green Lake, Wisconsin. I also run it out on Lake Michigan, not necessarily as much as I did last year, but it was, for whatever reason, it was just on fire. I was down to just one of them being left by the end of the year, and you can see it just caught so many fish last year. It was just consistently good. It remained on my downriggers all year. As soon as I got out and did my initial setup, that thing was on a two-color secret weapon rig on a downrigger, and it just stayed there. Didn't matter. Even if it wasn't super hot that day, that thing just stayed on because consistently it was good all year. Caught a ton of fish last year, and those fish could be anything from lake trout to rainbows to kings to cohos. It didn't matter. It was just a multi-species workhorse last year for us, and I anticipate hopefully it'll be that good this year. So that's just kind of a brief summary of what we were running last year, which spoons were good for us. We had a phenomenal year last year. Truly one of my best trolling years on Lake Michigan by far. There were just so many fish around, lots of big fish around. Cohos were all over the place early in the year and just made for a spectacular season out on Lake Michigan. So hopefully this year that's ahead will be the same. I can guarantee you I'll be running this bad boy early and probably most of the year in the hopes that we can reproduce the success we had last year. So thanks for tuning in. This is Trophy Trolling. This is Chad. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Spring's not too far away. I'm recording this at the end of January. February is just around the corner. Hopefully I'll have the boat in the water by March, as long as the weather cooperates, but you never know. So March is usually our early time out there where we target brown trout and stuff like that. Hopefully I have a good early year for fishing. Otherwise, I will see you once we're off and running again. Thanks for tuning in. This is Chad. This is Trophy Trolling. Thank you.